Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It's me, Miss Polly. It's nice to see you guys this morning. It's Saturday. It's nice waking up. I wake up pretty early every day, but um, I'm so excited to come to you guys today. Have some good conversation because I haven't been really making a lot of videos this week just because I got kind of busy trying to make some dough. Christmas is coming, Lord knows. Um, and just kind of relaxing a little bit. I am currently on Tag, Tagged, over here on my phone. I'm kind of doing what I usually do. Hey, Greedy. Hey, Brian. So you'll hear me talking to people off to the side. It's because they're they're here. Hello, dear. And so, hey, Brian. So you'll hear me communicate with them. They may get in the box and have a conversation with me. But it is Poly Talk today. So when I'm streaming and tagged, we usually have a topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be always poly, but usually it's about relationships and how to build. So that's important to poly people too. So we're gonna have both. Hey, Steve. And so I I don't mind having a conversation with either one of you guys. If you want to come on here and talk to me, I'm here to listen, and then you can join the conversation. And we'll have conversations on both ends. So be patient if it gets kind of real for a minute or two. It's very very possible. Very possible. So let's see here. One of the topics that I had heard about this week in my ventures on Tagged and throughout the internet is when we're talking about building relationships, we're really talking about how are we shown how to have a good relationship, and how do we learn how to date, um, and how does that kind of correlate with us dating now? Okay, so I would say a lot of us. Okay, I'm gonna take the glasses off, and I apologize. It's just so much glare. Just for a minute. But we have so many people who, even in groups and even on all these dating apps that we use, a lot of them don't know how to poly, right? And the reason why I think we're having issues is that, like, a lot of, I'm going to just say this, and this you might not agree, a lot of ethnic people haven't really had any vetting with dating. Now, some parents did take the time and do that, which is wonderful. Don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. But there's a lot of parents who maybe didn't like show you what to do when you dated a boy. You usually or a girl. When you first had your interaction with a woman, your parents usually talk to you about sex. They didn't talk to you about kind of building good relationships. Um, and that's not what we were taught. We were just taught to be keep safe. Don't be out here having sex without condoms. You don't want to get pregnant. You don't want to get disease. But like, how many of us can say like our parents just sat us down and was like, when you meet someone, this is what you should do when you meet a woman. This is how you should treat someone. You know, talk about honesty. Give examples of how honesty is so important in a relationship. I think a lot of us never had those influences in our lives, and so we're just winging it. We're out here winging it, and so we can only expect from people who are winging it that it might get a little messy out there, and then we start kind of building our experiences with other people based on our past experiences. So if we get with someone and they cheat on us, now we've learned something about cheaters. Now we kind of hold those uh, issues from someone cheating on us with us while we're walking our path of dating. And so any of the things that go bad, you're kind of building up the structure of how a relationship should kind of go or not go based on the do's and don'ts in your past relationships. So that was our question. So I'm asked over here, do you guys agree with that? Do you think that us as parents or us as partners should take on the responsibility of showing our partners or our children the correct way to date people, the correct way to build good relationships? Do you think that's something that we should take on as as parents or just partners? Give it a second here. See if you want to say anything. Hey, babes. Okay. You guys can chime in at any time. So I will tell you my little. You said yeah, Brian. Okay, so Brian over here says yeah. So Brian, I don't know if you want to get in the box. They can hear you on my um FB. They can hear you. Hey Keith, they can hear you on here if you want to just tell why, or I can read it. Either one of those ways will be fine. Either way, because I'm streaming on both sites. Hey Dad, how are you? While he's writing it, or maybe he might get in the box. What I think is, for me personally, for men, oh my good boy. Now I am in my 30s, so I think that there's a lot of men who have a lot. I'm trying to be gentle when I say this. They have a lot of stuff going on, and they don't necessarily try to fix the baggage they get. They just try to make sure it doesn't happen again. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think that men, instead of fixing something that happens, they just make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's why when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I would tell my boyfriend something that happened, and he'd just be like, he cut me off, or he wouldn't talk to me anymore. Because he's just ensuring that he doesn't have to deal with those feelings that he felt again. Because whatever happened hurt him deeply. And he doesn't want to repeat those feelings. So instead of going in and being like, okay, this is what I need to do to fix these issues, or this is what I need to do, hey Aspire, this is what I need to do, to make sure this doesn't happen again, I'm just going to remove that person who's done that to me and keep pressing on. Hey Aspire, how you doing? So Aspire, I had a question today, and I know, like I said, I'm on tag 2 guys, so bear with these conversations. The question was, do you think that men, I'm going to read this from Brian. Do you think that men, well, it's not just men, but when you're shown to have a relationship, you weren't shown by your parents. You're usually shown by your past experiences, right? And so do you think that we should, show our partners or our children the correct way to actually date people and take care of them in a relationship? Okay, and then I said I think that there's a lot of men that kind of hide their emotions when it comes to those things. When they get hurt, they just remove the hurt and make sure that it doesn't happen again. And so I said I think that's what men do. Instead of, so throughout their life, they just keep removing those issues. As soon as they see something, they remember that, that triggered a hurt, they'll remove that from their lives again. Okay, so Brian says, because like you said, most of us are just winging it, and I admit I'm guilty of this. However, I wish someone had taught me. Right. We're not really taught anything. No one comes to us and is like, hey, when you get with a girl, you might want to do this and this. Hey, you want to build good relationships. Try not to lie. And I find a lot of times we just kind of wing it and we get scared, and instead of being like, I don't know what to do and look stupid, we rather be like, lie or, remove people. Hey, Jay. So Esquire over here says, it's all about learning to communicate your emotions. Right. That's right, sir. Hey, babe. So, yeah, communicating your emotions. Absolutely. I agree with that. There's plenty of people out here who do not communicate effectively. Poly is like the number one, billboard child for that. Freaking talk to each other, communicate. We have so many people we interact with, it's kind of ridiculous not to communicate, seriously. So Esquire said, if you're my partner, I should be able to trust you with everything I feel. Right. And that's what I always say. My advice is when you have a partner who is trying to express something to you, and sometimes they express it to you in the incorrect way, and that could be an argument or yelling or being very frustrated, and that's how they express the seriousness of some situations. Thank you, babe. And so you have to bring them to that safe place. I call it the safe place. Bring your partner to the safe place. You don't have to yell and fuss to get your point across. Bring them to that safe place. Where do they need to be to have that conversation with you? And then when you get them in the safe place, reassure them, make them feel safe. And then we can have a conversation about your feelings and why you feel this way and what can I do to help you. I want you to walk with me in this path. Uh, Thank you, Esquire, for that gift. Okay, so definitely bring them in a safe place, and make sure that everybody knows what's going on because, oh my gosh, you know how many relationships are just based off of, uh, you know, this is why you shouldn't date me. This is why I shouldn't even have a girlfriend. That right there, that doesn't fly for me. That does not fly for me. That's not an excuse. Oh, just walk away. Because in my mind, you're basically saying that you don't know how to communicate your feelings. And the only way you know how to deal with our issue is for you to walk away. And that's why I say a lot of men, I've noticed, because I've come in contact with a lot of men, unfortunately, just dating. I don't mean unfortunately, it was very fortunate. But you're going to come in contact with people, and, sometimes running is the way they know how to deal with stressful situations. They don't want to talk about it, they want to remove themselves. Um, and we want to work on that. Okay, so Brian said, true. However, some people don't know how to express their emotions or even want to show the side of them. How does someone get that out of that? Oh, get that out of them? Huh. You guys really should take a little couple pointers. You need to know your partner. You really do. Because every partner's no partner's the same, no person's the same. You want to know how they take. If you really care about them, find out how they process things. There's some people who, when they get frustrated, they shut down immediately. Their process is to shut down and tell to go away, and they don't want to talk about anything. So you need to know how to bring them out of that. If it's coming in soft, come in soft. Hey babe, I just want to talk to you a little bit. I saw what happened. And they may think like, oh shoot, it's scary. And they get scared and say, no, I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to love you and share this with you. You make someone feel loved and cared and that you're really trying to care about them. A lot of times they'll start kind of slowly coming. And if they don't, unfortunately, you may have to remove them from your life. Not all of us can wait 2 years for you to figure out that I'm trying to love you and I'm trying to, deepen our connection by getting to know the root of what's going on. And if you're running from me, I can't give you that love. If you're running from me consistently. So definitely want to, work on that. Let me make sure. Okay. I don't think anyone's commented on anything yet. So I am on both. Let's reiterate this. I am on Tag, TAGGED, and I'm on FB, same time. So I am reading in my live. I have some gentlemen in here who are conversing with me about the topic of, I think that we weren't shown how to date, and that kind of fucks with us. Sorry, I use better language, but and if we know that messes with us, should when we get into a relationship, are we responsible to show our partners the right way? And I said, I believe to some extent we are. I'm not telling you to fix this person from the beginning. I'm saying show them how it's supposed to look, or show them how you think it should look. If you think that being truthful and honest is what you're supposed to do in a relationship, you have to display that. You have to display that. If you're saying, oh, this is so important to be honest and stuff, and you're keeping secrets and they can tell, then everybody doesn't trust everyone. And you don't want a partner that doesn't trust you all the way. Because they might not break up with you, but they're going to consistently always be thinking that there's something going on. Always thinking you're not telling the truth. Always thinking you're not being upfront. You don't want that. We want really good bonds. We want to have good relationships. We want to have those building blocks that are going to set us up for success in the long run, even if it's a short-term relationship. So yeah, I do agree. We need to start showing our children, showing our partners, showing people, the right way, or having conversations about doing it the right way. What should I do? And that's why people ask for advice. What should I do? But the thing is, we want to start fresh. Starting fresh in the relationship, and one of the biggest things is honesty. I'm gonna tell you something. Right around this time, I'm gonna say a lot of people get together with people and they do a lot of lying. And I'm not even saying that because we're usually making more money. You have to give a lot more money away, but you're making more money. Income taxes are coming. You make more money, and so you can kind of hide some of the little flaws you have as a person behind some of those things. Money kind of solves uh, some of those cracks that you had before. Maybe you didn't have a car. Now you get a car. Maybe you weren't upkeeping yourself. Now you can upkeep yourself. On and on and on. So once you kind of fill in those cracks a little bit, you look kind of polished and new, right? Thank you, Brian, for that faith. And so when we go out here around this time of year, a lot of people are out here. Um, hey there, boo. A lot of people are out here trying to get with someone and start fresh, and they're trying to tell them these things. And truthfully, that's a mask. Don't do that. I'm so sorry. Don't do that. Don't go out here putting on a mask. Okay, where no one's perfect. Okay, hey babe, how you doing? Hey Kia, thank you for those gifts, guys. Yeah, no one's perfect. Good morning, good morning. I see you in the gives a shit. Um, Nobody's perfect, and you want to start your relationship off, very clear on what your life is like. I'm not telling you to tell her all your business on your first date. You don't have to do that, but probably within the first week, people should know the good general information. How many kids you have, what kind of job you have. You know, um, they might want to know, your intentions for career building. If you're poly, you want to tell them what kind of poly you are, what your future looks like for you as a poly person. You kind of get all those out probably within the first 5 days. Um, and when you get this little bit of money, or when you kind of hide behind that, what happens is right around this way they always say springtime people break up. It's because you can only hold up that facade for so long, and it's usually about 3-4 months. Then everything starts breaking apart. All the lies or unspoken truths start coming out. Remember that omission is still lying. Okay, and so you're not telling people the whole story, and then what ends up happening is that starts crumbling. They start hanging out with you more. They start seeing the real you, and once they see the real you, the question is now, do they want to stay with you? And I think that's messed up, because now you've made someone maybe even start loving you, and now you're telling them, oh, do you want to still love me, or are you going to walk away? And so you're putting them in a situation where they have to figure out, okay, is the little flaws this person have, is it worth staying with them? You're not really giving them a whole bunch of options. You're just basically saying, or do you want to still be with me after you see all the crap I have? And that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool at all. So this time of year, I can see how that starts. So if you're going to start a new relationship coming up here, you get your little money, build yourself up. Yeah, I hope you're uplifting yourself. Don't go out here trying to buy girls new shoes, or don't be out here trying to get girls because you just want to get your PlayStation 5. Your PlayStation 5. I know it came out. Okay, don't be out here trying to buy your man 4 or 5 PlayStation 5 games and controllers and play with his friends. Okay, because you want him to like you, and then after he didn't play to get his heart out, okay, and he don't want to be with you no more. You want to know why? Because he never was connecting with you anyway. He just wanted to be with someone. It's time of the year people want to be connected. They want to feel loved. Valentine's Day, all those wonderful things start coming around, and people want to be connected with people, and that's fine. But let's stop faking it out here, because it only lasts until spring, right? And then you're about done, and then you break up, and then your hot girl summer is about to start soon. I don't know. But that's, I think you definitely want to start your relationships off with a good foundation of trust, honesty. I think a good way is you kind of getting to learn people too. You can be a people watcher. Sit back and watch your partner. Observe. Find out who they really are. If you want to know someone, shut the fuck up. If you want to get to know someone, shut the fuck up. And let them talk. Catch them in a moment when they're yakking, and don't say nothing. And you're just taking all that in and you're filtering it. You don't have to take nothing personal, just take it in as an observer and watch them, and then you kind of know where you are. Usually about, I'll say, if you communicate with me a lot, probably within a month, I can get you down to, I can get to know a good amount about you. I can kind of figure out why you would do something or why you wouldn't do something. Or I can tell you what you might do. Because I'm paying attention. Now, a lot of people aren't really paying attention to their partners like that. Like I said, a lot of people are just connecting for the sex, for just to have an intimacy with someone. And you need a little bit more than that. So, what was that bit? Okay, so hi Honda. Let me just say hi to everybody over here in tag, guys, because I've been trying not to ignore them. Hey, Snappy babe, how are you? So, no blonde today. Uh, I'm over in FB and I'm in tag, so you guys will see me trying to talk to both. Thank you for those gifts. And this is the way I've been kind of streaming, so I can at least stream on both sites. If you go back and forth, my name is the same on both sites. It doesn't matter. You'll find me. Thank you, Boo. Thank you for those hearts. But that was one of the topics you're talking about. So I do think we need to educate people on making good relationships, because we're just out here winging it. And oh, look at you. Good morning, sir. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, so I have my little book here. So we have another topic. I don't want to be on here too long. I don't want everyone to get bored of me like that. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, babe? Well, I'm getting my other question on here. Okay. So we were just here talking about relationships and all that good gravy. All right. So this is a big one. This is one of my favorite topics. I've been holding on to this one for a little bit. But since it's holiday time and it is in November, it's all about giving. Let's talk about giving men compliments. And the ladies are like, oh, these men out here, they don't need no compliments. They already think they're great. They may, listen, they may think they're great, but let them know they're great. Oh, is that fair to say? There's a lot of men out here like, oh, it's not fair. They don't say it, but in their hearts, it's true. We give out a lot of compliments. No, see, Jay said that's right. Women expect compliments. We revel in such a thing. And men get nothing. And they do quite a bit. And all we'll say is, oh, thanks, babe. But technically, we were kind of expecting a lot of those things. We expect gifts, right? We expect gifts, Christmas, Thanksgiving. We expect you to bring home money. We expect you to do all this stuff. We kind of hold our men up to really high standards. A lot of us do. And if they're not meeting those standards, we're like, well, what's wrong with you? But has anyone ever said thank you? Like a genuine thank you. Not that, oh, thank you, boo. You got me flowers. Kind of no. No. Right. Jay said, can't even get a good job, baby. Right. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. If you ask me to do what I asked a man to do, I'd be like, this motherfucker got me fucked up. Like, I'd be mad. I might have an attitude. Like, you don't think about it. Like, oh, babe, my brakes need to be fixed. Okay, I got you, babe. That's all they say. I got you, babe. Well, here's Freaky Teddy. Let's see how freaky. I am not a gold digger. Why do you say such? Oh, okay. Hang on. Hey, hang on 1 second, dear. Give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna take you off my headset because I want them to hear you. Okay, go ahead. Say again. They need to hear this. Yeah, go ahead. There's too many gold diggers out here, man. There's too many gold diggers out here in this world, this app, everywhere. And where's the such thing that's called love and genuine love? Why gotta be so many gold diggers and selfish people? Especially women are that way. Oh, you want me to answer for
Because
you?
you're pretty, you're cute, you got all this and that.
Are we?
But at the same time, yeah. Can you explain that, man?
I will. I will. Okay, so this is back to society things that I always talk about societal things. It's a society thing. We're just told that we're supposed to be taken care of. And that's back to back way when we're seen as property. You're supposed to take care of your property, right?
Hmm?
Right. You take care of your property, right? You don't let your property, get damaged. You don't let your property not look good. You don't let your property not, be a certain way.
Hmm?
You take care of your property because then your property kind of takes care of you.
Yeah.
But that's back in the day. I'm
Okay.
not saying
So.
that's now. Please don't get me wrong. I'm saying it's just a society thought that men are supposed to do these things for women. Your role as a man in society is to take what head of household you're supposed to provide, and those are the things you're supposed to do. So we are all taught that by our family, and we learn our values from our families and friends and things around us, and that's the things that we're shown. We're told. Women are
Okay.
told by their mom, you need to find a man who's gonna take care of you.
Hmm.
That's what they tell you. You need to do this because you're not gonna keep a man.
Wow.
You need to do this. We all are
Wow.
held by these standards that we're supposed to keep for each of us, even though we may be different. And that's what you are. Men are held by
Wow.
standards, and you're always trying to reach them. And then now everyone's minds are changing, women included, but men also. And you're thinking, why the hell am I doing all this stuff? And I don't feel like anyone actually cares about me or values me or is
Hmm.
thankful for the things I'm doing. And then they just don't give a fuck. And then now we're in a situation where a lot of people, younger groups and even a little bit older, they just don't feel valued as people. You don't feel valued, and you don't
So
feel valued in our
they don't
relationship.
feel got value from the gold diggers. Don't feel value, or the people that's actually doing all the
Well,
getting.
that's the thing. So you keep saying gold diggers. That's what I'm trying to say. Some women are after money, but they're after money because they were told that they have to value money to be important.
Okay.
If someone tells
So,
you the only reason
well,
you're important is if you got money or your man's making money, you're gonna go do those things. And the only reason that women are supposed to find
wow.
men attractive is if they're making money, if they're, being able to do all these things for us and they're able to satisfy us in bed and do all this other crazy shit. Someone told you that.
Don't get me wrong. Money's important.
It
Money
is.
is important. Don't get
Money's
me
important.
wrong. Now, it's very important because we all need that at some point. But what I'm saying is, when I say gold digger, I mean taking advantage of someone. See what I'm saying? So
Yes.
when you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean by I'm talking about taking advantage of someone. That type of gold digging, still gold diggers is still the same term, but my defined gold digging is taking advantage of someone or using someone. That right there, I don't care what they were taught as a child or what they were taught by someone, that's still unacceptable for them to do that to a person. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, and we live in this world, in this generation, like you said, young and a little older, they do these things, but these things are it's very selfish and it's
Yes.
very disrespectful to someone else.
Correct. Selfish. Because first off, let's start with just right out here at the gate. I'm not bashing America, but I do tend to think they have some weird ways. Is that Americans are selfish people. We're like one of the most selfish countries there is. We're taught to be selfish. Once again, by society, it's all about me, and my family, this and this and that. There is no, there is no situation where you're supposed to be thinking about others. You're not really. They tell
See,
you
they be,
to, but really not. Even when you're think about it, even when people, you guys think that people are out here giving donations and things like that. You think that's so nice. He gave donations. He's getting money back from his taxes. He's getting tax breaks. So is he really being genuine, or is he trying to get his money right? So like
but they,
we're taught these things.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we really are taught
Go
these
ahead.
things,
I
and
mean,
you
but
don't think about it. We are,
but
but I,
it's a difference. But listen, hold on for a second.
go ahead, babe.
I feel like as long as you're not trying to take advantage of someone to get what you're trying to get to, I mean, I feel like it's just wrong, period, to be taking advantage of someone like that.
Sure.
It's just point blank. It's not right, regardless of how you look at it or what way you look at that. And nowadays, I feel like women that are doing this, they're wrong for what they do.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So since you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, and it's like for a man to accept it and allow it, I feel like the man is either blind or
He's
I
not.
don't want to say stupid or dumb.
He's not.
He's either
He knows.
blind or
He know. He wants you to do it.
huh?
He knows.
But
Hi,
the
Miss
thing
Almond.
is, he's blind by the woman's flesh,
No, he's not.
which that is.
He's
Yes, he
blinded
is.
by what
He's
he can
blind.
get from her. He's blinded by what he can get from her. That is straight up stuff. I'm gonna tell you why I know this. I've seen it before. My uncle, I love my uncle very dearly, but he's one of those people. I tell him like, you can't really take care. I'm like, Lord Jesus, you can't wash clothes. You out here, somebody gotta do everything for you. And I said, you just need to go get yourself a homemade bride somewhere. And in my mind, I'm thinking because he'll make relationships with people because of what they can. Kind of one of the things in his checkbook, he didn't say it, but I can tell, is okay, if I do this for them, if I provide money and a home and a shelter, what are they providing for me? It's a give and take for him. Same thing. Usually men are not stupid, girls. Don't that man knows what he wants from you. If he sees that you can provide that service, yeah, he's gonna
ask you. Can hear me too?
I can hear you.
They can hear me too.
Yeah, Miss Almond can hear you. Yep, everybody can hear you. Yeah, if someone wants to be with you, they know why. Okay, Jay said a snake will hiss before it bites you, though. No, that's true. So yeah, men who say they didn't know, oh, I didn't know she was a gold digger. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Because most people who are going to be after something from you are going to tell you that they're after something from you. And if they think you're too stupid to see, you figure it out.
What they honestly don't know.
If you honestly don't know, at some point, if you have people around you who care about you, someone mentioned it. You may not have wanted to hear it, but someone mentioned it. Nobody mentioned it.
I mean, but if you see it with your own eyes, like then I feel like if you're constantly like coming out your pocket, like girls on this app, send me a dragon, send me a dress, send me a jet. I look at them as straight gold niggas. I ain't gonna say because I'm like, that's all you want from me. I look at it as it's still a form of gold digging. Like if you get to know me and get to know get to know me on the app, get to know we're comfortable with one another, we've grown with each other, then you deserve a dragon. But if you just come straight out the gate, oh, send me a dragon, no, you don't deserve it.
Okay, well we're gonna
like same with money and stuff. Like you don't deserve that. What have you done to deserve my money? You feel me? Like you haven't done anything.
So there you go again. Listen to that. You're saying exactly what I said. But listen, first off, on tag, I do like tag. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is tag is a lot of people are on there to stream for business purposes and to make money on it. So a lot of them ask for money because that's their income, point blank. So they're doing that as a service. So they think that providing a service for you to come to their room and speak to them, they should get dragons. I don't agree all the time, but it is what it is, point blank. It's an app. That's whatever. It's supposed to be a dating app, but it's not really used for that. It's mostly streaming on here. And so people are in here for business. It's mostly a business in here. We swipe our cards and stuff in that app. This is a business. It's entertainment also, but it's a business. Possibly a dating app, whatever. It's not really anymore, whatever. And then to address the other part was, if you're going, like you said, you don't think they deserve money. That was the issue I was trying to get with. What are we supposed to? This is why you should not go in a relationship about money. Because if you're a woman, especially these days, you want to be valued as a person. And a man should value you as a person who's going to bring something to your group or your partnership that doesn't have to do with money. Because at the end of the day, you're a person, you want to be valued as that. If you're doing all the gifting and all that money and you're putting it in there, then you feel some kind of, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? I know. I had a phone call. If you feel like you're giving money in, you have made me a bill. I'm not a bill. See what I'm saying? And but see, women don't think that you've become his bill. You've become his bill, and that's why when girls who do cheat and they have husbands who don't want to do poly, they get caught. You know why? Because they wife looking their bills, and they bills all some money looking missing, and you become a bill, and that's how we found you because you was a bill. My man had to provide for
I'm
you
gonna have to
and me.
favorite you. I have to favorite you.
Okay, and Almond said, I'm an asset, not a liability. I promise. Right, right. I'm an asset to our relationship. I am not a liability. Do not do that. Okay. And women do make themselves a liability, and sometimes they do it unwillingly and don't know. And so that's why we want to build on that. That's why we talk about like, hey, in my group over here, and even in the group that I'm in on here, we should. I can't say the name on tag, so I'm trying to be careful. So, but you don't want to build those kind of relationships. You don't want some man to take ownership of you, and you don't want to feel like you're just something that can be tossed away. And that's why another reason why women get mad when they like, oh, I've been with this guy since day one and he got this money and he left me. I'm gonna tell you something, he bonded with you because you were that down to ride. But when he saw he got money and there was more down to ride ladies out here and he could do a lot more, he is more willing to
Yeah,
accept some other things. And then the women feel like, oh, how could you do this, you did me wrong. Well, first off, you didn't make yourself a valuable asset to him. You were valuable at the
exactly.
time in his life he
Exactly.
needed you. You no longer are needed because you no longer are still a valuable asset to him. You may have, that's why you're supposed to build yourself. Build with your partner.
Exactly.
You know, yeah,
I
encourage
agree
them,
with that.
uplift
I
them,
agree
build
with that.
separately. I've done it too. Like, listen, I'm
I
not
agree with
perfect.
that.
I did it too. I've done it before. I built up my partner. I didn't build myself up, and then when they left, I'm left with nothing. I have to start again.
I agree with that. Well, okay. So let me ask you this question. So, do you believe that? And do you believe?
So,
Huh?
no, Almond said if you lose me, she said you fucked up. Period. That's what Almond said. If you did fucked up and you left me, you ain't getting me back. And you see me out here looking great. That's it. Sorry.
Well, thing is, like honestly speaking, though, people are caught up in all of the flesh. You know, and it's
True.
not really about the flesh. I feel like it has nothing to do. I feel like if you really get to know a person, you shouldn't judge them on the outside. You should not judge on the inside because God said you should not judge, but you should look at their inside
Sure.
to see exactly where they're at on a mental and in the heart. You know that's what matters the most. I'm not. I mean, that's beyond money. You know, if it's all about money and stuff like that, you'll never truly know who you're dealing with
Right.
because that's all they're looking at, and that's all that you know. I mean, all you do is give, and all they do is take. So if it's a
Mm-hmm.
give take thing or it's a take give thing, that doesn't balance out.
Right. And then Almond said people are vain in the beginning. Then you want to know the person. Hey, good luck. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
have to get to know a person,
Good morning.
the inner person. You gotta get to know the inner person, not the outer person. Because the inner person is the person that's true. The outer person is the person just seen.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You have to know exactly from day to day
Right.
that inner person is gonna reveal themselves. The outer person will just always be there.
Right.
But because they can't, the outer can reveal, the inner can reveal. I hope I'm making some sense.
You are.
But
And let me tell you what Jay said.
let's let the inner.
Jay said, but it takes a physical attraction to get to that point first. Well, hey, Jay, now Jay can tell us. Go ahead, Jay.
What's up, sweetie? What's
I'm
going
good.
on with you?
I'm good today. I'm on both devices. So I'm just multitasking.
You hustling today? You grinding?
Absolutely.
You ain't bullshitting today.
No.
Man, like I just put it like this, but there's levels to this shit. You get what you go after. So if you want to chase a bad bitch, you know she's just about money. That's what you gonna get. That's exactly what you gonna get.
Right.
You put yourself in that position of place. That's what you gonna wind up with. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? You go out here and you try to wind it down the chick and all that shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna run it on you. And she
Right.
gonna run it on you till the well run dry.
Right.
Straight up, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit. If you going out with a date or with somebody, you ain't gotta take it to the motherfucking roof Chris and all that shit. First, take her ass to Applebee's. See how she act. You know what I'm saying?
I like some of these places.
Yeah, what I'm saying though, but like you can't treat everybody the same
Right.
way.
Right. That's true.
And you gotta learn to check people's temperature. Like, what is you about? Let's go sit down and have a conversation. I'm gonna take you somewhere decent, but I ain't about to drop a bag on you because you're not even my old lady. Yeah. So, and I'm savage as fuck. If I don't like you, I get up and leave with me and your chick. I'm gone.
Oh
You
Lord,
want to sit on
I
your cell
believe
phone
it,
and
Jay.
play?
I
You
believe
ain't
it.
giving me no conversation. You give me real short answers. I'm a haul ass on you and leave you with the bill. Oh yeah.
Let's go get coffee first.
So,
Alvin said.
we can go get coffee first. You see what I'm saying? Now that's somebody that'll get my attention. You
And
see
then
what
I
I'm saying?
want to
Okay,
stay
now
for
I can date
dinner.
her. Now I can spend a little bit of money on it because I see that she ain't just about that check or, you know, going live because she had a certain restaurant I took her to. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But at the end of the day, like I said, a snicker hits before a bite you. She gonna show you what she bought. It's up to you to recognize the sign.
Right. I think you're right. She said, "Oh no, I have my own bag." Ask Paul. Yeah. Okay. No Paul.
And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that because, you know, I test everybody. I'm gonna get somebody, everybody I fuck with some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna let you run it on me like that. So if I take you out to dinner, I'm be like, damn, baby, you ain't cooking this, you know, Friday night you ain't cooking. I don't want to go out. I want you to cook. I'm gonna get something out of it.
I think that's a good idea.
For real, you gotta test people's temperature. If you ain't testing their temperature, you ain't gonna know nothing about them. Then you gotta learn to read people too.
Facts. That's what Teddy said. Yep. I do.
You know
I
what I'm
do
saying?
believe
Like,
that. I do that. Yeah. Like you said, don't get caught up in these next couple months for people getting a little bit of money. Remember, everybody's got a little bit of money during income tax.
and everybody know these motherfuckers like to show their ass when they get their taxes.
That's it. That's they do. You think you found a whole husband, but you found yourself a whole homeless man. Okay, listen. Money bag. Hey, what's up? Cooking to me means I'm really fucking with you. Mm-hmm.
And that's what's up. You might get your light bill paid because I'm fucking with you too.
Oh, hey, I help being great. Okay.
You see what she said? I'm going to ghost my tax season.
Right. Everybody go ghost for tax season. Just do it. Can you? I wonder if someone can hear me on I want to make sure they can hear me on my face.
I can hear you, bro. What you said?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I don't know. No one's talking or anything, but I see people coming in the room.
I can hear you.
I know you can. I said on here. I don't know if they can hear me, but it's fine. She said, "Telling lies is my birthday time." Oh Lord Jesus.
You turned up, baby. That's your time, man. You can take care of the badass kids all year long. Go ahead, baby. Show your ass.
Right. Good morning, Money Bag. How are you? Yeah, I definitely think that. So, yes, I don't.
Look,
I think
all thing I really want to say is like, put yourself in a position.
She only got one kid. She said. Hey, Armin, will you go on the? I don't know if you can go on Facebook. I don't think you did found me on Miss Polly. I don't know why. It seems like they can't hear me. I don't even know. It's so sad.
I see you sexy. What's up, baby?
You see me? Jack, what is, hell yeah, I gotta start that over again. I don't know who. I didn't see anyone in there. Wait, who said they see me? I'm over here trying to be great. Okay, I just want to make sure it's working, but I don't know. Okay, if anyone can hear me on here, if you're nice enough, you can put yes in the comments, so I know you can hear me over here. Whoever was in the box, I couldn't see them. I know you can hear me, Jay. I said I'm on 2 devices, so I have my computer here. See, look, this is the computer. The ring light's in the way. You guys can see. Okay, and so I'm streaming on both. So that's why they can hear you. If you get in my box, they can hear you, and they can hear what we're talking about. Hopefully, I just want to make sure because I've seen like two or three people come in and then they'll leave, and I was just wondering if it was me or is it just early because people went out drinking last night, which is a very plausible situation. And people are just coming in and don't really want to say too much, and that's fine. Can you hear now? Okay. Well, anyway, the point is, so that was the one thing we were saying. Um, we kind of get off track, but we're gonna go back to it, which was gifting men with compliments, and that was the real question here. It was gifting men with the compliments, and I said a lot of men don't, I think, don't get enough compliments, and they don't feel valued, and we want everyone to feel valued if you're in a relationship with them, and so one of the things is that I think we should, as women, give compliments to our men and let them know we appreciate them, let them know what we value them. I, in a polyandry situation right now, do have to give compliments out, but I think I have to do it more because I want to reassure them that their place with me is important. And so I feel like even if we weren't polyandry, I'd still do it. But I think it's really nice for them to get the compliments because hey, I really appreciate you for taking the time out to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Terrell, because they don't have to. No one has to do anything for you. So when someone does something nice for you, say thank you. And then even when you have a partner for a long period of time, you may forget to say thank you after a while. You may be with somebody for 6 months and you just forget. Oh, you know, hey, that person does that for you all the time, but I'm good, Terrell. I'm on FB right now having a conversation, and I'm on here, so I'm doing both, and we're talking about how men may like compliments. Do you think you like compliments? Does anybody in here? How do you feel about giving men compliments? How you feel about that?
Love compliments because I love to make them look.
You like to make them blush?
Here's the thing, like I give men compliments because more than likely the bitch that he with don't. I'm gonna just be honest.
She don't.
Seriously.
I already know she don't. You don't even gotta say you think. We already know.
I be like, oh baby, you smell real good today. That don't mean I want to talk to you, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just like I don't. It's nice to give a compliment to a man. He wants to feel special. You like
I
it?
was in a store and I asked somebody to get me some stuff, and I was like, oh, thanks, boo. He was like, well, I ain't been called boo in a long time. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was real confused.
She's like, wait, what? And Terrell said men want to feel wanted and appreciated too. Right. And they do. Who wouldn't want to feel appreciated and loved? That sounds ridiculous.
Every chance I get, you know what I'm saying? I be like, oh, baby, you is handsome. Let that nigga come in with a fresh haircut. I be like, I'm about to thought on you all day.
Ooh.
Come here, nigga.
Like, ooh, baby. I like walking up to. I used to do something really creepy. You guys might think it's creepy when I was younger. I used to walk up to my boyfriends when they were like turned around, like at the sink, and kind of hump them a little bit. Hump their butt.
Why, they doing hug?
Yeah, butt hug. But, That was kind of
Right.
weirdo. And I'd be like, ooh, baby, you turning me on. Okay. Terrell said he hates that shit. It's like you're a perv. Ooh, yeah, but ooh, I like to touch their booty. I walk behind them and grab their ass. You ever walk behind a man and grab his ass? It's a fantastic time. That's what it.
I want to give you the same energy that I want you to give me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love compliments. I love being feel like I'm wanted. I want you to feel like you want it too. Like, I'm selfish.
Right. I want you to feel good. He said, leave my ass alone. And then Moneybag said, "Oh, you nasty." I do. I like squeezing men. I like squeezing their sides. I have a thing about chunky guys. I don't know, like to touch them.
I like grabbing their ass during sex.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, oh man, yo. Mm-mm-mm. Give them a look. I like grabbing their arms, like kind of going underneath like a hug, and grabbing the top.
Yeah.
Then I feel like I might be doing you too. I just go up behind. Okay, I'm a little perverted. Okay. Hmm. You ever had no girl put their hands underneath your shoulders while and pull you and you going, You'd open your eyes, friend. Open your eyes to nasty stuff. Okay.
But at the end of the day, everybody want to feel wanted, but not used. Period.
Right. Right. No one wants to feel that. Oh, that means
Right.
deeper. Oh, wait a minute. Who you been messing with? Wait a second. So yeah, I think guys like compliments. I think we should start giving out more compliments this Thanksgiving. We should, make it a plan to give out compliments to your boo or the guy you like. Hit him up with that you sexy or something. Give him a little something,
I
something.
get compliments all the time.
Not Miss Almond, because she says she's already on that game. The rest of us, let's upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade. And then I put on here, uh, what is an intimate moment? We're gonna talk about that. What do you think is an intimate moment with your partner? What's your intimate moment?
An intimate moment would be like us by ourselves, like having a conversation. Like to me, that shit is intimate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not so freaky shit, not nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Just us being able to be together and talking about everything.
Hold on there.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep going on.
I love me a smart. Period. So if I can learn something, you know what I'm saying? If I can sit there and listen, baby, trying to get rid of me. You gotta do some new shit to get rid of me. That's it right there.
That was it. I'm coming back. I'm sorry, I had to make the children relax. Bye. Oh, let's see who else is here. Oh, Holly Polly. Hi. Did you read that? So Terrell says something that felt weird at first, but then felt special as fuck was my wife starting to buy me flowers. Oh, that's sweet. What kind of life is this? Oh, when she bought me a bear, I was like, oh, babe, that's too far. That's so sweet. That's a sweet thing to do. Hey, dear, we're talking about what's intimate to you. Can you tell me something intimate? Can you tell me an intimate thing for you, sir? What's intimate for you? So, Hollywood came in here and he's gonna tell us what's intimate to him. Like I said, I'm on tagged. I'm on both. We're having conversations. Just getting to know someone is intimate to you. That's what Holly said. And Terrell said he misses her big head. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. So yeah. Let's get intimate. For me, yeah, I think I've got some different levels of intimacy that's non-sexual. It's really just kind of sitting there and just enjoying being in someone's presence. You don't have to really do anything, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, wait, 6 years, yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, being in someone's presence. When someone asks, okay, so Moneybag said, when someone asks a person to marry them, that could be intimate. Yeah. Well, what kind? Sometimes I think people make everything into this big love game, and so like you're just trying to outshine somebody else's proposal or outshine someone else's relationship with someone else, and so sometimes I get wary of those kind of things. But yeah, intimacy should be really something deep connection that really doesn't involve sex, but you can have an intimate sexual moment also. And hey designer, good morning. So I will tell you a sexual intimacy moment that I had that I didn't know that I could reach was okay. I'm just gonna say because for the outline, but when I had a three-way and my partner was with someone else and I was looking at them enjoying themselves and they were staring back at me in my eyes, oh my god, I felt amazing. I don't know why, but that was like a really deep connection for me because it was like nothing really mattered. We were in that moment And even though they were with someone else, it was pretty awesome. I don't know what that was about, but I'd like to try it again. How you doing? How are you? Why do you say okay? I'm so serious. If you haven't tried it, then you gotta try it first before you can say no, right? I do like to watch, but it wasn't the fact that I was watching. The fact that I was connecting with them in the moment they were having a very good time, and I could tell like it wasn't. They were staring at me. I was staring at them, and I don't know. It was just wonderful. Oh, I enjoyed every moment of that. And that was really top tier for me. That moment when our eyes connected as my partner was plowing another young woman, and he looked deeply into my soul, and I felt it. Yeah, I that was the shit. That was the shit. I felt his being. Like I felt like we were united. He wasn't even touching. Sorry, y'all. That man wasn't even touching me, and it was wonderful every second. Yes, indeed, it was. Okay. Well, yeah. So do you? It was a lot of stuff going on, sir. Oh, was she? I think she was having a wonderful time. We all had a wonderful time. I think it was a that whole that thing went on. I don't even know. Was it 3 hours? That we were there for a moment. It was good, paced well. And it was paced well for me because I'm not one to do a lot of slow paced stuff. I'm like, just put it in, wow, 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 f all the other stuff. But I mean, I get riled up real easy. So it wasn't like that though. It was everyone was going at a good pace, and it was really managed well. And it was not a lot of conversation about how to manage it too. It was just unspoken, just all on the same page. And we took our time. And I was probably because I'm like, whoo, excited so much. They really calmed me down and helped me pace myself. Because I was not paced. I'm not a paced person. I'm just like jump into the water. It's time to swim. But they were a lot more slow than me. It was wonderful though. I did really enjoy being with them. That was great. Both of them. It was a great time. Great time. So yeah, my intimacy with that was amazing. Sexual intimacy that I had that particular moment. Um, okay, let's move it. Now here's another thing here, guys. So that was my other question that we had. Do you guys want to touch on anything else before I find another question? Do you guys have an intimate moment sexually? Oh, let me look, Terrell. I'm sorry, I didn't see what you said, boo. I don't think I did. Let's take a little gander. No, I didn't see it. What did you say? Now I'm all upset. I saw you said the cherries, and then that moment. That was the last thing I saw you say. Good morning, Mel. No, I didn't see it. What did you say? Because I can't find it either. Did it not come out? So, okay. So we were talking about intimate moments. I shared mine sexually and non-sexual. Oh yeah, don't. Oh no, no, no. Say that in the box. That's a box situation, probably. Yeah, don't put that up though. You gonna get banned. Don't get banned on tag, please. So yeah, we're talking about intimate moments. We're talking about giving men compliments, guys. I'm just kind of reviewing this for my FB account. Yeah, we're talking about giving men compliments this upcoming festive season. Make sure you're giving your partner compliments, making sure they know that they're important and valued. You know, really be mindful of. valuing your partner, because COVID's real and it's probably challenged a lot of relationships because we're just going through financial issues. A lot of us are losing jobs or not having jobs, or you have to look at these kids all day. That'll make a person lose their mind. That alone. That alone. And I'm not talking about don't take care of your kids all day. I'm just saying, like, this new routine, you gotta be on a Zoom call with the kids, and your wife's trying to make dinner, and now little boy is jumping over the chair, and he jumped off the couch, and they fighting over who played the video game last. All that stuff. Tell your partner you love them, Lord in heaven, and give them a hug because they probably need it. Maybe an edible also if you're available to do that in your state. You want that, Terrell? Right. Okay, so so yes, we did right. I'm just reading my list here. I got a list of stuff we could talk about, but I've been going for about an hour, so I'm gonna do just a couple more minutes on Facebook. I don't want to be that guy, because no one's really talking to me over here. That's why I think they can't hear me. One of the other things we were talking about, one of the questions that I gathered in my research, gentlemen and ladies, um, what do you expect from a partner as a man? What do you expect from a partner as a woman? Just want to hear some men's point of view. What do you expect from your partner as if you are a partner as a woman? What do you expect from a female partner? And if this is a poly, it can apply to if you're a woman seeking another woman also. What do you expect from your partner, to give you as a woman? Like, do you think you rather have a situation where she's at home really providing that support, hey baller supreme, or do you think that you should have a partner who is, you know, out there working, being really equal with you? What do you think? Because a lot of women, I think, we don't we don't like know what they're expecting. We just know that you should do, or we're told you're supposed to do this, and this for your male partner. You're not really um, told by your partner. And I said, well, what do men value? What do men value in a woman as a partner? And I mean, I'm sure people will say loyalty because men are always worried that someone's hopping in their soup. But hey there, boss daddy, boss supreme. What do you guys value in a partner as a woman? Do you guys think that you rather have a partner who is a really strong partner, a little bit submissive, a dominant partner? What do you guys think? I have my Facebook here, and I also have tagged open. Um, we're interacting with people who are on tag and on FB, going back and forth, asking some questions. We went over, uh, you know, relationships and things like that. Hi, Alex. And we're trying to ask, what do men value in women? What is it that we should really consider bringing to the table, um, at this point? I'm doing good, Alex. Like, do you guys value a woman who has a job now? Do you value a woman who's doing it all by herself more than someone who needs to be maybe, represented, fi- you know, financially assisted or such? Hey, Terrell.
Am I echoing?
You were a little bit. Go ahead.
I value a strong woman. Somebody who don't they can take care of their shit on their own. At the same time, they just want.
They want you.
Yeah, they want instead of me. And somebody that has goals. If you don't have goals in life, you're not, if you're not wanting better and going for more, then we really don't have much to talk about. And I say that because I don't. I want somebody who can. I'm not gonna say a strong woman behind me. I'm gonna say a strong woman beside me.
Mm-hmm.
because she's a human being just like I am. And I would be damned if I would let somebody tell my daughter, okay, this is what you need to do as a woman to do for me.
Right.
Everybody has their own authority. But, that's just how I see it. I believe as a man, it's my job to be strong. Because, if you fall off, I got you.
Right.
That's just my
Thank you, Terrell. I like your information. It is important. Like to. If you guys, hopefully you can hear Terrell. I know he's a little bit lower, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, like
When
we're
I
all
said
equal.
intimate moment,
Mm-hmm.
I said I think intimacy could be something as simple as like we sit up there and we cook together, and we sit on the couch or something watching TV, and you rubbing her seat or her head or vice versa.
That's
Because I know a lot of women are intimacy, but I enjoy the one you used to rub my feet. I like that shit is dope. What you need? You need a bag or I
oh
like the way she
man.
smoked the scalp. That shit is really good as fuck.
Hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of men they have that tough exterior, but sometimes that soft, simple shit, make us feel good, make
Right.
us feel appreciated.
Right. So how do you feel
And
about the compliments of a man? What kind of compliments have you gotten in your years from a man? As a man, as a man, not from a man. As a man, what kind of compliments have you gotten
the
that
only
you like?
compliment I've gotten from a man was, hey, I like your pop. That's the only one I will accept. That's the only one I will accept. A nice cover or a nice watch. But
Oh,
compliments, you smell good. It's always good to know that you smell good, especially from coming from being that I'm a big guy. If you smell good, like, oh yes, I wash my ass extra good.
right. I like when someone says, "Oh, you smell good." I'm like, really? I do. Thank you.
Um,
I always look like I'm gonna get in trouble when I say really. I start touching myself a little bit. Start kind of caressing my hair, my shoulder. This is my cat. This one y'all know. This is my fake cat because I need a pet. I want to pet something. I want to have one.
um, there was this one moment I had a customer actually that sat at my desk and started complimenting me, and I did not know what to do with it. Like, she was complimenting unknown shit. Like, she told me my teeth were nice.
Oh,
She said, I like your gap. It's pretty.
she
I'm
likes a
like,
gap in the teeth. That's oh shit. Dental care is a really good compliment. There you go, Terrell. So that was Terrell, guys. He was saying, "Are you in line?" Yeah, you were surprised. Yeah, women out here. You tell a man a compliment, he might be like, "Oh, thank you." Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna run around complimenting guys just to see what they say. Look at their face, so they have someone to go tell somebody. I've heard somebody say that there's a guy. He says, "I just tell women they look nice sometimes because if they're older or something, I know they don't get the compliments all the time, and so that they feel nice." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice. Well, that's kind of you." Okay, so what we're gonna do, because I love my tag people, but I'm gonna end my Facebook talk. So remember, guys, I'm going to try to post this on my YouTube channel, Miss Polly Wright. I think it's gonna be in this page on the group here, and maybe on my timeline. I haven't done it before in the group like this, where it's actually the streaming the way I did it, whatever. So I'm gonna try that out, and then I'm gonna go back and to tagged, and I'm gonna go on there. Yeah. So Terrell's just saying he usually gives compliments to older women. Um, and they look, you know, he says they look nice, young lady. Yeah, like it's nice to have nice things happen to you. So yeah, but we're gonna wrap it up here because I've been here a while. I have, like I said, I have shirts that I am selling. Poly shirts. If anyone's interested in any of those, I have. There's some that can be customized, so you can customize them. This is an example of one. It says Poly Right, Poly Life. I'm only showing with my foundation. That's one. Um, and then I have my Miss Polly shirts. And like I said, I have some other designs coming out too. So for Christmas, this is Mrs. Polly Right. That's kind of for me. It's just to show support for someone wants to get. And I have a First Things First shirt. Uh, what kind of poly are you? Because I notice when people are turn poly, they don't know what kind of poly they are. When someone tells you they're poly, you need to ask, what kind of poly are you? That's one of the first questions you should ask because some poly groups don't get along. Like polyandry and polygamous, they don't believe in the same kind of foundation, so they probably wouldn't get along well. So, you know, that's why I made that shirt. First thing first, what kind of poly are you? Okay, so that's that shirt. And like I said, I got the Miss Polly shirt, and I have one with just the symbol on it. They're $20 or whatnot. If you would like one, let me know. Or a customized one, where that triangle can be customized to have two men or two ladies at the bottom, whatever for all the tripods out there. So for Christmas, you can get something like that. Just let me know. I have someone makes the shirts, so we can get that all set up for you guys. And then I've hit my YouTube already. I'm on tag and on here, and Miss Polly has a group also, but it's more for beginners and information. And then I come over here and hang out with you guys in the tag group. So, okay, well, thank you guys for your time today. I appreciate you. If you couldn't hear me, I hope so. But if you have any comments, just let me know. You guys have a wonderful morning. Bye bye.